Hello my friend, welcome back to my channel for one of my favorite and most anticipated videos of the entire year. This is of course my walkthrough of the fresh launch from Cultivate What Matters, their 2026 Powersheets Goal Planner. I have been using this goal planner since 2014. My friends. So it has been a long relationship that I have had with this planner, and every single year I absolutely adore it. And I anticipate 2026 being no different. So get ready, buckle up. We're going to talk about everything that is in here to get you ready for the Powersheets launch. As a reminder, if you are interested in some of the other products that they are launching, I do have a separate video, which I will link up here and in the description box below, that goes over two of their planning products, their dated planner in the daily format and their undated fresh start 90-day goal planner in the weekly format. And I go into all the information about what the other options look like compared to what you're seeing in the video and an in-depth deep dive into those products in that video. But this video I wanted to save exclusively for my beloved Powersheets products. And yes, I did in fact match my manicure to the Powersheets launch because this is the color, the other color of the product. I'm a dork, I know, it's fine. So seasoned Powersheets users, you're actually not going to notice too much of a change in terms of the actual content. The basics of it are identical to last year. They kept the changes very, very subtle. And so you're not going to notice much of a difference. There is one key difference that I will point out to you when we get there, but everything is pretty unchanged this year. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. If it ain't broke, you don't have to fix it, right? And I think that the way things were set up were pretty good. So let's just dive right in, shall we? One of the first things that we actually have is an additional card. We are used to having a My Word of the Year card in this gorgeous gold foil, but this year we actually have a second one, and it is a reminder of what matters most, which I think is just a nice little addition. Not a big deal in any way, but like if you have both of these posted, it's a great reminder that there are other things that matter most. What is it, right? Then we have the 2026 season by season where it lays out all of the major holidays for us. And then on the back, we have an 2026 at a glance calendar. I love to use this to be able to just highlight in different colors, like dates I know I'll be out of town, major holidays. If I want to plan like for extended weekends off or time off work or batch weeks for my content, I can plan all of that in advance and get a bird's eye view of what my entire year looks like, which I think is pretty cool. And then it comes with a page of stickers just to get us started. And I love that the flags this year, this is the color of the flags this year. And I'm loving the little gold strip at the top. I think that's super cute. Might have to use that for my annual goals because I don't think they're in the sticker book. Don't worry, we'll get to the sticker book at the end of this video. We have monthly reset planning. Oh, they're all monthly reset planning. So we have monthly resets, we have our flags, we have all of these little gold dots and a little bit of flowers and a few of the color coding dots to get us started with our tending list. But of course, you're here for the meat and potatoes. Let's get into the intentional goal planner. Your fresh start begins here. All of this prep work is going to look very, very similar to last year. We have a year of progress, not perfection. Their goal is to give us immediate wins. Write your name on page 1. This marks your start. As soon as you do that, you can take one of these gold stickers and place it right there and boom, you've already earned something. If you're somebody who likes to check off the little things, if you're somebody who writes something on the to-do list that you have already done just so you can check it off, these action steps are for you because it gives you that little hit of dopamine that you need to be like, oh, I got something done. Let's keep this ball rolling. That is what this is all about. Now we have a year cultivated year has just begun. Look forward to these milestones through the rest of 2026. So the first page was the page of milestones that are going to get you started, and then you get to check off as things go during the year. Brainstorm your year ahead to mark your start. Start brainstorming those goals. What do you think you're going to want to do? Come alive again. This is the stuff that gets deep into you to kind of figure out where your brain is at and where your goals might want to go for the year ahead. Naming what matters changes everything. You name what fires you up. Learn from the past. What are the good things that have worked in the last year? What are some things that didn't work the last year? What lessons have you learned and what gratitude have you experienced? And then we have the normal Cultivate What Matters evaluation. This is where we evaluate the different areas of our life. Now, one thing worth noting, my color coding friends. I don't know if you can tell here, but you should be able to tell here. Typically, the family category is the magenta pink. This one right here, right? But when you can see here, they moved the magenta pink to spiritual and personal growth and made family yellow. Why did they do this? Because they listened to your feedback. And some people are like, well, I have a family that's entirely boys. Why do I need my family section to be pink? So they picked a more gender neutral color. So if you're somebody who has all boys as children and you're like, I don't want pink to be my family one, let's pick something a little bit more neutral. You can use the pink for spiritual growth and you can use the yellow for family. Moving right along. We have Cultivate Your Mindset. What has shaped your beliefs about your identity? This is great stuff. Upgrading your mindset. What is the negative thoughts you have? What are the positive mindset shifts we can make to get that negativity out of our minds? Name what matters. What will have mattered, what won't have mattered. This is one of the primary changes. And again, it's a subtle change. There's not a lot that's different this year. But this is the page that used to say, I'm saying yes to and I'm saying no to. They've changed that to I want more of and I want less of. And I love that because I feel like the page that said yes or no really gave the opportunity for all or nothing mindset to creep in. And we don't need no all or nothing mindset here, guys. We do not want all or nothing mindset to be active in our goal getting, okay? So what this does is instead of saying, I want less of processed foods, or if we used to say, I'm saying no to added sugar, and I'm saying no to doom scrolling, and I'm saying no to insert thing that's going to be impossible or very, very difficult to eliminate from your life. And switch it to, I want less of that thing. I want less doom scrolling. I want less sugar and processed food. I want more walking and activity and sunlight. I want less sitting on the couch and more movement. That makes things all of a sudden feel attainable because you're not eliminating or 100% requiring those things, but instead you are making room for more flexibility and more or less of something. I think that changing those two words really, truly, if you think about it, makes a lot of difference. Then you have your most purposeful year. It's a fill in the blank activity. And then you get to choose your focus and brainstorm your goals, where you can write down in each area of life what goals you might want to set for the year ahead. This is where they give you some information about kind of their method for setting and breaking down your goals. You guys can go ahead and pause this to read, or when you get your own power sheets, you can go ahead and read through it. Again, it's pretty much the same content as last year. And then here are our goals for the year. Now, if you watched my other video, if you just came from my other video, I was like, oh, they eliminated the little area for the flags. In the power sheets, they put it back. It is still there. My intention is to use the pretty little one with the gold banner on the top to set out the annual goals. I'm very, very excited about it. I can already tell you, I think, what my colors are going to be. It's going to be mostly these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably yellow. 8. That's probably what it's going to be. I can tell you that right now. So you have your goals. This is where you line up all of your goals. There are 8 spaces for the year. It's time to bloom where you're planted. And now we create our goal action plan. Again, this is going to look very similar to last year, right? All of this information still the same. What is write your yearly goal? Why are you motivated to achieve it? What resources do you need? What area of life does it cover? This goal includes either habits, finish lines, or big dream goal, which was broken down for you already. And then a little bit of reflection of what does success look like by the end of the year? What might get in the way? How will you have fun along the way? And then this page, I love this page because it gives you the opportunity to sketch out what each quarter or each season, depending on how you want to break down your year. I don't care how you do it. The even mathematical way to do it is quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4. But if you have some different way you want to do your life, go right ahead. But it gives you 4 seasons and you can break down what you're going to do to help get that goal in each season. And then, of course, you can also claim what your first step is and set the date for when you're going to do it. And you get one of these goal action plans for each one of the 8 goals. Now we're talking about pacing ourselves for success. And in doing that, we break down the seasons even further. So in your goal action plan, you're like, okay, here's what I'm doing season 1, 2, 3, 4. But now this is assuming that your seasons are by quarters. And you take that goal for season 1 and you go, okay, how am I breaking that down in each month? Which I love that. It's literally just having you break everything down into those bite-sized pieces that are going to get you to your goal. And now we're talking about our word of the year. And you want to brainstorm, or you want to write down your word of the year. And they did perforate this page so you can pull it out and put it somewhere. Visualize what's ahead. And then it talks about how to make the tending list and live out your journey towards your goals. And one more word about perfection. And then we are in January, my friends. So this is what your month to month is going to look like. Again, very similar, if not identical to last year. Important to-dos, goals to make progress on my calendar, on my mind, and then you can do your little cultivated life evaluation check-in. Again, family is now yellow and spiritual and personal growth are now pink. And this purplish blue color, whatever you call that, let me know in the comments below. What do you call this color? Is it purple or is it blue? They do give you an area of life to fill in on your own, so it can be whatever you want it to be. And this, of course, is a dated product. So here's your month at a glance. Your little by little progress. You get a routines reset. So this is a quarterly routine reset, which means you can kind of brainstorm, what in this quarter do I want my morning, evening, weekend reset routine to look like? And then of course there's a blank one for you to come up with a different routine that maybe you have not, or they have not thought of that you have. What would you fill in here? I'm very curious to know. And then you also get a page where you can design a rough draft of what your week to week is going to look like during this quarter. So for example, if you know starting in January that your goal is to get up at 6 a.m., you can put wake up all week long, and then you have a workout class on Mondays and Thursdays, and then the kids have church events at 6 p.m. on Wednesdays. You can fill this in so you have a general overview that's of course subject to change week to week, but a general overview of what the weeks are going to look like in that given season. And then here it is. This is the meat and potatoes. This is what you want. This is what people are here for, the tending list. The tending list is where you set your goals for the month. And these goals and projects and action items should be directly tied to achievement of the 8 goals you have set at the beginning of the year. And I'm not going to lie, sometimes I forget that. Sometimes monthly goals and projects end up on my list that are just to-do list items. So I have something to write down instead of things that are actually focused on achieving the goals that I set in this book. You have your monthly goals and projects, which are the things that are either one and done items or things that you can slowly make progress on throughout the month. Your weekly action items and rhythms are things that are the same event that occurs every week. So if you know you want to start going to Pilates twice a week, you say Pilates twice a week. And when you go twice a week, you check it off. And then those daily action items, which again are dated, you've got the dates all in here, are the things that you want to achieve every day, also known as habits. And then I know I skipped over this page, but I just wanted to get through the tending list first before we went to this page. This page is a great little break it down to-do list item. So sometimes I do this with if my monthly goal is to declutter every room in the house, maybe here I will write declutter as my goal, and I will write down the different rooms in my house so I can check them off as I get through. Or if you need to break it down even further, maybe my goal is declutter my office, and in here I have written down my desk, my beauty drawers, the printer desk, the closet, and you can break things down as little as you want. And you have 6 of these, so you can use them all for the same project, you can use them for different projects, you can use them as to-do lists for the month. I occasionally do them as things that are not associated with this, but it works best when these are associated with the stuff on here. And then at the end of the month, it's very simple. You just have this page on the back of your tending list where you can kind of reflect on the month before you go ahead and you move into the next month, where it all looks exactly the same. You have your month at a glance, you have your break it down, and you have your tending list that you set. And then your month in review. and on it goes. You can tell by the color of the tabs, their color scheme is a little bit more muted this year. It's not that it's not colorful, because it is very, very colorful, but instead of like those bright, bold colors that kind of give Lisa Frank, these are giving a little bit more of a muted autumn tone to it. I'm not mad about it, actually. So then you have, again, your March monthly reset, your goal, your month at a glance, your break it down, your attending list, and your monthly reflection. And then, because it's the end of the quarter, your quarterly refresh is here, and these take place at the end of every quarter. So you can do your cultivated life evaluation where you put down your previous ranking and your new ranking. How have you made progress in each of these areas? Keep moving forward. Where have you seen the most growth? Which yearly goals need a little bit more nourishment? And then you can refresh your goals, which I love. So there are two ways to do this. You could look at your annual goals and you go, no, these whole goals, they need a whole refreshing. And maybe you completely switch your goals. That's absolutely okay. If that's what you want to do, you do you, boo. But the way I use it is my quarterly refresh goals are kind of me honing in on goals specific for the quarter. So they're all in some way often tied to my annual goals, but broken down a little bit. So if maybe my goal is, let's do a big goal. Let's say my annual goal is to reach 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. And this quarter, I'm like, I've got plenty of time to do some content. My goal is going to be to get 36 videos out or 50 videos out this quarter. So my goal could be 50 videos this quarter. You know what I mean? Or another example is this year, one of my annual goals is to fit into the clothes that currently do not fit me. So one of my quarterly goals could be lose 15 pounds, right? That's tied to the big annual goal. So you can refresh your goals here. Again, there are little outlines for your flags. And then it gives you break down the goal action steps. I love that. So for goal number 1, what are 3 primary to-dos that you can do to help get that done? And you get to do that for each of the 8 goals. And that's your quarterly reset. Oh, you also get your routines reset. So maybe you need to reset your morning and evening weekend routine. You got some notes, and then you have the opportunity to rehash your week at a glance for your weekly rhythm. And that's your quarterly reset. And on the power sheets go, looking exactly the same for the rest of the month. For the rest of the months. So you've got April, May is in this beautiful navy. And then June is in this pink. That is the same color as my power sheets. And then at the end of June, you're going to get another quarterly goal refresh because that's the end of the quarter. And then you will get another quarterly goal refresh at the end of September. There it is. And it's all the exact same. It's all the exact same. And so then here's December, the monthly reset, the month at a glance, break it down, your attending list, which, by the way, the attending lists are perforated if you want to rip them out of the book because then you'll use them a little bit more. Please do that. Endings can be new beginnings. And then this is the 2026 year in review where you can write down all of the things, your best meal, most surprising goal progress, song on repeat, best new habit, biggest challenge, just as your nice little year in review. You've got a couple of note pages at the end, and that's it. So that is your look at the 2026 Cultivate What Matters Powersheets Goal Planner. Don't leave yet. I've still got a couple things to show you. But if you're like, I'm ready to shop right now, great. Links to things are going to be down below. They are affiliate links, and I do have a discount code. Diva and the Divine is going to get you a discount off of your new launch purchase. It does support my channel by giving me a little bit of a kickback. So if you do decide to support me in that way, I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so, so much. This is, again, my favorite launch of the entire year. I love creating content for it. I am always genuinely excited about it, and I'm excited to share it with you. So if you want to support me in the process of obtaining your new products, that would be amazing. That's the power sheets, but I wanted to show you the 2 accessory type things that I got to go along with it, and that is these things right here. First, we have this year's rendition of the goal setting sticker book, and then they just kind of redid in a couple new colors, their refresh brain dump journal. And with this navy, I mean, this color palette, I'm a summer, for those of you that speak color seasons. Can you just, I mean, tell me it's not a perfectly, Brianna, summer color palette in my whole Cultivate What Matters collection for the new year. It's amazing. Love it. So I had to have the navy refresh brain dump journal. I believe I have a video about the brain dump journal, and this just kind of tells you what it's all about. This is a way for you to kind of just get all of your thoughts out in a couple of different formats, hence brain dumping. When you just feel so overwhelmed that you need to just get it all out, this tool is for you. It goes in to tell you how to organize by the Eisenhower matrix, by time, by type of task. We have these 4 quadrants, so it gives you some options here. The beginning parts of this journal do tell you, give you all the information on why brain dumping, how it works, how to use the different formats of the pages. And it's super, super helpful if you're a brain dumping type of person. So the first type of brain dump that you get to just circle, it's undated, circle the date if you would so desire. You can just brain dump all your stuff here. And option 1 is to put it into this one of 4 quadrants organizational structure. If that's how your brain works best, that's great for you. We have a whole bunch of those pages. Da, 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 da. So that's what this page is all about, right? That's a big chunk. These are brain dump pages is what they're calling it. Dump the brain, put them in a quadrant, and get your thoughts organized. Next is the journaling list pages, my personal favorite. So this is a whole chunk that looks like this, which is basically a glorified to-do list. But it, like, sometimes, I mean, I don't know about you, I do brain dump in to-do lists. When my mind is reeling, when I can't stop, when I'm getting anxious about all the stuff I have to do, it's because I have all of this stuff that I have to do. So sometimes you just need to sit down and you need to be like, okay, in 1 month I have to order a gift for my sister-in-law's cousin. And then I have to, you know, in 3 weeks I have to remember to order dog food. And then I have to take the car in for its annual thing, but not quite yet. And all this stuff. You can just write it all down, brain dump it all out, and then you can assign it a due date. So then all of a sudden, all of your stuff is a lot more structured, and you're like, okay, I have all of my to-dos on paper, which means they're no longer living in your head, and you can breathe a little bit easier. That's the entire point of that structure. And then the final type that they have are open pages, and those are just blank pages. Do you need to doodle it out, write it out, scream it out? I don't know what you got to do. Paint it out, draw it out, whatever it is you need to do. If this is your style, you can use this too. And you might want to just try different types. Maybe different brain dumping scenarios require different pages, and that's why you have 3 options in this journal. And I like the idea of it. I like having it around. It's very pretty to look at, and you never know when you're going to need a little bit of brain dump help. So that's the look at the refresh journal. I'm pretty sure I have a more in-depth video about it. I will link my old video to it down below. And then of course we need to talk about the stickers, okay? Because what is a planner launch without new stickers? We're going to try and make this as quick as possible. I can't even tell you. I don't have all of my other stuff here. I don't know what they changed about the colors, but I love them. I think they're so pretty. Check these out. You have prep work stickers, monthly reset stickers, and quarterly refresh stickers, so you can put them on your calendar, put them in your planner, make a date with yourself to do this stuff. They also have an entire page of Tending List Tuesday for your planner. Tended to grow it. You have I made progress banners and hooray I did it. These should fit in your progress bars of your tending sheet, your tending list rather. If you don't want color but you want a little bit of bling bling, you can get yourself, look at how reflective this is. You can almost see me. Almost. You can just make everything gold. Or if you can have something really special that you want to make gold, you can make gold. This is the page flags that I will use in my quarterly goals refresh pages. And then of course you have color coding dots. So as you are filling in your tending list, if you want to put the color associated with the goal that the item on the tending list is for, you can do that. They also have some that are heart-shaped, if you can see that. We have some gold My Priority and Make It Happen banners. Banners, is that what you call them? Flags? Love this, do this, today's win, and grateful for this flag banner things in all the pretty colors. I really do like the colors. Celebrate pages, celebrating your progress in different ways. More celebrating your progress. Gold stars. I love a classic gold star, y'all. badges, medals, trophies. Adorable. They have their word pages, little sayings from Cultivate What Matters over the years. 2 pages. They have some chore things. Paying your bills, envelopes, money, dollars, piggy banks, movie night, game night. Celebrate a friend. Reading, cleaning, vacuuming. I guess that's mopping. Mopping, vacuuming, cleaning the toilets. These are wellness goals. So we've got some water. We've got your water bottle, weightlifting, gym shoes, watering. Oh, we've got some school too. Pencils and folders. And then we have, a page of flowers as per usual. It wouldn't be a Cultivate What Matters sticker book without a page of flowers. So that is what I have for you, my friends. Cultivate What Matters Power Sheets for 2026. We have the Refresh Brain Dump Journal, and we've got the sticker book. Again, if you want to see the other products that I have, which is the season by season daily planner and the weekly 90-day undated goal setting planner, please head to the other video that I have linked down below for you. If you would like to make a purchase and support my channel in the process, the discount code is Diva and the Divine. I will have everything that I have mentioned linked down below for you, and I cannot wait to see what you guys do with your 2026 Cultivate What Matters goal setting launch. I want to know what you're planning on getting. I want to know what your goals are. I want to know all of the things, my friends. This is one of the tools, like I said, I've been using this since 2014 and I have loved it every single year, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. So it is one of the products that I have been most loyal to in my life is this product right here. I absolutely love it, and I hope you do too. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.